Hey everybody, welcome to Two Stout Guys. I'm your host Kyle.
And I'll be your co-host Eric.
Today we're going to warm up with some brown ales.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, and we're going to bring you some brown ales today. First off though, we'd like to apologize for last week's, the last episode. The audio was kind of buggy. Apparently we bumped it, and the laptop decided, oh no, I don't have a mic anymore, I'll use my own. Which is located about, well, you say that's about 10 feet away from us?
Yeah, about so. Yeah.
So at least it picked up something.
Yeah, somehow, something. I mean, we were able to put out the video, so.
Yeah, we almost went out and spent, $50 to $80 on a new mic, and we didn't have to. So you can blame Tech Guy for that one. What we're going to be starting with today is Wormtown Brewery, LLC, and the Blizzard of 78.
Very nice. I know nothing of the Blizzard of 78 outside of it being a thing. I was born in 92, so a little bit before my time.
I was born in 87, so a little bit before my time too. But my mother grew up in Massachusetts, and I hear the same story every year about how she went chest deep in the snow, swimming in it, to go rescue her bunnies from the hutch. So
I feel like that brings up a lot of other questions.
I don't know what those questions would be, but yeah.
Why did she have so many bunnies in hutches that needed rescuing?
That's where bunnies stay, outside in a hutch.
I always thought that bunnies were house pets.
Some people do, but no, mostly it's outside in a hutch.
Well, what'd you think? Who'd have thought?
We know we were going to get some bunny experts down in the comments yelling at us.
Well, that's fine.
No, I hope so. Let's peeve off the bunny experts.
Well, if bunny experts want to comment on the video, they also need to send us beers with bunnies on them.
We'll do a whole bunny episode.
We could do that.
Yeah. We won't get anything.
Probably not.
All right. So the Blizzard of 78 is a English-style brown ale with coffee beans added. It comes out of Wormtown Brewery, like I said. They were started officially March of 2010 out of an ice cream shop.
Oh.
So they kind of outgrew that, and about 5 years later, after opening, they opened to a bigger location in Shrewsbury Street in Worcester, Massachusetts.
You can tell we are living in New England.
The Blizzard of 78, the storm by which all storms are measured. Our winter offering pays tribute to those who were there and those who have endured hearing about it over and over again. We created a classic English-style brown ale with a fresh roasted coffee beans added from acoustic Java to give Blizzard of 78 a rich, smooth character that will make you enjoy hearing more stories of walking through 27 inches of snow uphill, blah, blah, blah. And the blah, blah, blah is right here.
That is directly on the can. Yes.
Something to note about Wormtown Brewery is that they use all local ingredients and everything, so they say it's quality over quantity. Quality over quantity.
Basically, they don't care how much these local ingredients are going to cost. They're going to buy them to ensure quality.
Which is awesome. That's really cool and everything. So it comes in at a 6%. Which is pretty good for an ale, I think.
It's suitable brown. I don't know much about brown ales. What I do know is that I believe brown ale started in the 17th century in England. Since then, they've kind of evolved a little bit. In the 18th century, it really took a turn. At this point, brown ales are just ales made with 100% brown malt.
Okay.
They do typically have caramel and chocolate notes, but we're going to hope to find some other notes.
Yeah, hopefully it's coffee. So, let's... Not bad, not bad.
That's it.
I really like the color of it coming out. That's always a plus there. A brown.
Yeah, it's...
I wouldn't even call that amber. Yeah, that's brown. That's good. I'd say it's darker than a Newcastle.
Yeah, it's...
Which is good.
It's a good looking beer. It's most definitely a brown.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Getting the coffee. And some ale there.
Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot outside of coffee, just from an initial sniff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we should need to
dive right in.
Give it a whirl. Oh, wow. That's very, very, very coffee forward, but I'm not mad about it.
See, I was getting a lot more ale forward. The coffee's there. Yeah, I was getting more ale than coffee, but
Yeah, it's full disclosure. My experience with brown ales is pretty much limited to Newcastle, and I like Newcastle. It's very, very good, but I don't drink it often, so I don't have a huge
I like
base
this
to go off of here.
better than a Newcastle if I had to base it off something. Because, yeah, I haven't explored into brown ales too much. I've had a couple honey browns, but that's a lot sweeter than what this is. But, yeah, based on a Newcastle, I like this one. This has a more robust flavor, a fuller flavor.
Yeah, there's no sweetness to this one. It's bitter, but it's not hoppy at all.
No, it's definitely a brown ale. I would definitely say that, 100%. It's a brown ale. To me, there's a little bit of coffee on the back end. It's really good. Like, if I was going to say, if you wanted to start expanding out of Newcastle, we keep going back to Newcastle, but that's really...
It's what we know.
It's what we know, and it's what we normally see at the bars and everything like that when brown ales are concerned. So if you're looking to expand, I definitely pick this up.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I just get a lot of coffee. I do, specifically black coffee. Very, very, to me, bitter. It does sit in the back of your throat, just kind of like a burnt coffee. It's not an unwelcome taste. I enjoy it, actually, but it does you get a full body feel in your mouth, but the taste does sit in the back of your throat. It doesn't really dissipate, at least for me.
No, yeah, I would agree with that. It didn't really dissipate. It sat there.
So I think we should just...
Let it sit, come back, and...
Yeah.
All right, let's go get this other sip.
Yeah.
Once you said earlier, black coffee, I'm tasting a little bit more. It definitely, yeah. Most of the time I drink my coffee black, and I'd say, yeah. Actually, really complements the brown ale.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. It's a very... I think it's a balanced beer. I don't think it really tips the scale one way or another in terms of sweetness, bitterness, dry, whatever the case. Whatever you're looking for, this is a nice drinking beer. It's fairly light, I think, for a brown ale. I think it drinks better than my one other beer to base it off of, so Newcastle. But I quite like it.
No, I really like that. To me, you would drink this over breakfast, bacon and eggs. Maybe put it in a mug.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if this one finishes well, because I'm excited to now have one other brown ale to go off of.
It's a delicious ale. I mean, I could sip on this for a while and just crack another one and just keep going.
Well, at this point, I think somebody's going to try to order us another beer, so we need to finish this guy.
Ooh, we got a good one.
Finally!
Yes. All right, so how'd that go? All right, we got it down.
We're learning things at Two Stout Guys every day.
Ooh, that actually finished really nice.
This one does finish quite well.
Yep.
I would absolutely order another one.
Oh, definitely. A little bit on the carbonation side when you bring it down like that, but other than that, real good flavor. It kind of hits all the same notes that I had the first sip, the second sip, and now this. It's very consistent.
Yeah, it is. No matter how much you let it sit. Like I said, we've had it sitting out for a little while now, and as it gets a little bit warmer, it doesn't get any less bad or less good.
No.
Just nice.
Yep.
Room temp.
Very well.
Right out of the fridge. Cold. Warm. It's all good.
It's well-rounded. All high marks all around. Good job.
Two Stout Guys
Great
brewed.
job. Oh, definitely. This is in the fridge. All right.
All right. So without further ado, we are going to dive right into our second beer of the day. It is called the Quill from Relic Brewing. I wonder what people were doing during the blizzard of '78. Do you think they were
Writing with quills by candlelight?
maybe? Did this beer inspire this beer?
I don't know. I don't think so, but
So
seems to be a theme.
right? We've got a theme today. This is good. We usually try to do that. So Relic Brewing, they started in 2012. They are out of Plainville, Connecticut. I wasn't able to really get too much information out of them through their website, but they do have one. I know that they do have a store, a brewery, and a restaurant all in one in Plainville. So if you're ever in the area, check them out. But yeah, today we've got the Quill. It is a nut brown ale. It is a 6%, which is, I guess, the brown ale standard now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I think we just need to dive right in. So we're gonna crack it. There isn't a whole lot as far as information on the can. It's a very sleek logo, which I like.
Seems like Relic is a small batch craft beer. So
seems to be the two Stout Guys standard there.
Yeah, very disappointing crack. I'm gonna teach you how to pour.
Well, I like getting a little bit of foam for the viewers. Then I can't pour. It's true.
It's definitely more head. It's a lighter brown, but I'd still call it brown.
Yeah, it's definitely lighter. It's a lot more aromatic. I like that it doesn't have coffee. I would be a bit sad, honestly, if we had another coffee.
It'd be a bit
brown.
Redundant for us, but
True.
And then you always got to pick one over the other, and then the other one cries.
Yeah, we don't like making them sad.
Yeah, the only winner is us. I do like it though.
So I don't know. It says it's a nut brown ale. I don't know what kind of nut they're using. Maybe a chestnut or a hazelnut?
That would make sense.
See if we can try it. See if we can find it.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, that's really good. I like this a lot more than I like the Blizzard of 78. To me, this is a bit sweeter. I taste toffee, I think is what I'm getting. More of a sugary caramel note. And it could be because we're sipping this immediately after a Java-infused brown. So...
No, it definitely hits with notes of the brown ale at first, and then, yeah, it definitely sweetens up. And it kind of just, like, goes over your tongue like it's tiptoeing across the...
Yeah, it does. It's got a nice mouth feel. And I like that it doesn't sit in the back of your throat like the last one. And again, I don't mean that to knock the Blizzard of 78 at all. I really enjoy that.
No, it's just where it sits.
Yeah, but this beer is just it's really good, and it sits well, it drinks well.
You know, I can see a nice transition after you've been drinking the 78, like, all morning. Then you want to transition to something else. Yeah, this is a very nice transition. I'm glad we did it in that order.
Yeah, me too. I think we heightened whatever sweetness would have been in the quill, because it's not overly sweet. It just has a little subtle something there.
I definitely feel it's, again, thicker and more robust than a Newcastle, but not as much as the 78. It's a little bit lighter mouthfeel. But the flavor, I really don't know what it is.
I said I'm getting coffee, so I think with this one we need to put it down, give it a second taste in a minute.
I don't want to put it down. But yeah, we'll bring it right back. All right, so we let it sit and everything, and the first thing we noticed is that it really dried out our mouth.
Yes, it does. We are both rocking some very severe cotton mouth.
Yeah. So, which is good because we're going to drink the beer more, but overall, definitely a con.
We'll dock this one just a little bit.
Just a little.
For the very, very dry finish.
So, now we've let it sit, let's wet our palates.
Still quite nice.
Still got that sweet in that tiptoe across the tongue.
It's
very
so
consistent.
Funny. This beer is such a jerk. So it tastes so good, and it finishes so well, and it coats your mouth so well, and it really makes you believe that you're drinking something that's thirst quenching. And in about 10 seconds, it's going to be thirst provoking.
No, see there, 10 seconds. But now looking at it tasting it again, I can say that there is definitely a nutty flavor there. We were talking about walnut and chestnut, the ones that you crack and then you're eating at the holiday party there.
Yeah, the ones that sit in the bucket that literally nobody touches except you.
My family were all sitting there just cracking them, eating them, throwing the shells in the bowl.
I'm pretty sure that bucket of nuts at anybody's house has probably been out for 3+ years.
Still good. Favorite nut, the Brazil nut. The white crescent moon ones. Those things are delicious.
I'm a big nut fan. All nuts are pretty good, which is probably why I like this one too. One thing that we were reading as well, because we did do a little bit of research on this particular beer, is that a lot of people were getting toasted grains in the flavor profile. Some people were even getting like a bready flavor. I'm getting an initial sweetness, but I most definitely get that toasted grain.
Yep.
And maybe that's just a standard brown ale.
We were comparing these to Newcastle, and I definitely say these are a step up from Newcastle, both of them. So it has a little bit more flavor than a Newcastle does, a little bit more body to it. The other thing we can compare it to that we were talking about were red ales. So your Smithwick's and your Killian's Irish Red. These are on the lighter side of that, definitely, but share a lot of the same profiles with that bitterness and everything. So they're not this isn't as thick as those. So it's kind of right in between. So I'm going to say, if that's what you like, if that's what you drink, and we're also saying that brown ales are a very underrepresented market. I don't
definitely.
When I saw these, I had to have them because I'm like, oh, the only brown ales I know are Newcastle, and I'm like, well,
yeah, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong, but it could just be where we live. It could be a regional thing. But brown ales just aren't prevalent on the market around here. Maybe it's a seasonal. Even then, if you really think about it, we've all been to bars at this point. If you're watching our show, you've probably been to a bar. You'll see a Newcastle, maybe, on tap. Other than that, I don't think you're ever going to see a brown ale. And honestly, most of us don't think to look for one either.
No, I kind of forget about them too when I'm out looking and stuff.
But yeah, I would say that would be our best comparison. If you like red ales, if you like stouts, then I would say
check out brown ales. Yeah, definitely.
So,
how does it finish? Ooh, definitely get some more tickle from the carbonation than I did from the Blizzard 78.
I think that one finishes quite well. I like that a lot.
You know what? Yeah, I didn't even notice anything. Like I wasn't like
nothing.
Yeah, it was just nice and easy.
Easy drinking on that one. Absolutely, I would order another one. And honestly, you would order another one and probably another one and maybe another one because it's going to thirst provoke.
So before we give the people what they really want, the stout, we just got to say everything we tried today, all the links are down in our description to all their social medias, our social medias, their websites. We don't have a website yet, and all that. Go ahead down to the comments. Let us know if you've had any of these. Let us know. What did you think? What else are we going to like going off of this? Like we said, we don't drink a lot of brown ales, so this is a jumping off point for us.
Yeah, no, I would love if we could get some comments. If you guys are telling me what you're drinking as far as brown ales go, I am open to suggestions. I am definitely interested in this particular market. These beers are really, really, really nice for me. So if you have any suggestions, please go ahead and put them in the comments, and we'll be sure to check them out.
Definitely. And without further ado, what happens after a blizzard? You're writing by candlelight, and it turns to night.
You want a little something to settle your mind, settle the body.
So what we have here is Snowy Night by Common Roots Brewing Company. It's an American double stout. And when we looked up what a double stout is, it's basically just Americans pushing limits, kind of on the kind of like an imperial stout. It's a American double stout brewed with natural vanilla beans and lactose, giving way to rich flavors of molasses, chocolate fudge, and vanilla ice cream. Keep cold, drink fresh, and share with friends.
That sounds fantastic.
All right.
That's why we're here.
It is. And Common Roots is out of South Glens Falls in New York. Something that we should just note is back in 2019, they did have a fire, which burned down their original brewery, and they just reopened and moved into their new spot just this past June of 2020. So if you can get down there or up there or over there and go support them, unless this is garbage, then maybe don't go over there. I don't know. We'll let you know in a second.
The other thing that I'll say is that these craft breweries, these small batch breweries, they're really important to us. With Common Roots, I know that they had essentially put something in motion in 2005, and they were finally able to get their doors open in 2014.
Yep.
So it takes a long time. We're talking 9 years of just dedication just to get your doors open, and then unfortunately, like you were saying, they had a fire. But as of June 2020, they're open again. So if they, I don't know, we haven't been there, but if you can visit them, please do.
Go and support them. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to share beers that we want supported, brews that we want supported, whether we like them or not. We just want to get the word out there.
Yeah.
So, without further ado,
Let's hope
enough
we like
rambling. Okay. It's a crack.
Yeah, just a crack. Nothing special on that, but that's okay.
Ooh. Ooh, that is a nice black
Wow.
stout. Even that foam is a darker brown than I've seen on most other stouts.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is...
Ooh, why does yours look even... Yeah. That is just black. Getting that stouty chocolate and fudge. Oh, no, yeah, fudge.
You know what? I do smell the fudge. I do smell the vanilla, so I'm super excited. I honestly want to get in there.
Normally I hear chocolate fudge and just smell chocolate, not that.
That is great.
Oh my. There was the vanilla ice cream right up front.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Finishes it with that chocolatey fudge stoutness. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, this is exciting for me. I'm going to speak really loud and I apologize. I'm going to throw everything off here audio-wise, but you get punched in the face with vanilla ice cream, good vanilla ice cream, and then you definitely... Oh, it says molasses too. Not so much on that. You get chocolate and vanilla in one stout. This is great.
That was crazy. I was not expecting... Normally it gets mixed together and you lose it and everything.
They hit at different times and they don't blend, which I like. You can quite literally have two of the best things at the same time.
Yeah, there it is. The vanilla ice cream up front, and then it follows to the back of the tongue with that chocolatey fudge, and then you're just left with a nice, good stout flavor.
I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably the best stout that we've had on this show.
You know what? I'm inclined to agree with you. This is definitely one of the tops.
Wow. Honestly, guys, I've had... Between Kyle and myself, we've had a lot of beer. I've never had anything like this. This is why I'm so excited. It is as advertised.
It is. It's exactly. And if you've watched our show in the past episodes, sometimes we don't taste what they're advertising and everything. But this hit everything, and I didn't even have to look for it.
No.
No.
Had you not read that can, we still would have deciphered those flavors. It's very, very prevalent. It's so precise with the flavor. That first sip is just nothing but vanilla ice cream, and it's not going to be like, oh, I taste vanilla beans or French vanilla. Like, it's vanilla ice cream.
But not like a sweet vanilla ice cream like that. It's almost like a handcrafted, artisanal vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, like one guy doing the slow churn. Oh, yeah.
So it's not sweet, so it doesn't take away from the stout bitterness.
Yeah, that's the other thing that's more important. It doesn't forget that it's a stout. It still has the full body of a stout. It still drinks like a stout, and it finishes like a stout, but it doesn't finish dry either.
No, definitely not. And now that I've tasted it a couple more times, like, the vanilla ice cream is lingering a little bit more each sip, and then it dissipates. The middle of your tongue is where that stout sits after the fudge.
Kind of on the roof of your mouth, too. Is what
I was about to say my lips.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm tasting with my lips, but I am with this beer.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
The more things you can taste it with, the better, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't take that too far.
Take as far as you want to go. You are the master of your own journey. Well, with this excellent beer, top of all, it's definitely top 3 of all the beers we've tried so far of Two Stout Guys history, which isn't very much, but
Common Roots, Snowy Night.
Common Roots, Snowy Night. We got to get down there now.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a great way to end this episode. It's a great way to start 2021.
Yeah, well, or 2020 part 2, however you want to look at it, I guess.
2020 Electric Boogaloo. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day or night whenever you're watching us.
Oh, it's just so damn good.
Oh, it was.
You just finished it, too.
I had to.
I'm just going to take this whole thing with me.
Whiskey in a jar, take away my sorrow. I'm done with the rest of today. Whiskey in a jar, I'll see you tomorrow. And just let it fade away. Yeah, just let it fade away. Yeah, just let it fade away.